In mid-August 1944, the Battle of Normandy reached its pompous climax with the events that unfolded in the so-called Falaise pocket, a near-perfect encirclement of the remnants of the 7th Army and Panzergruppe West, a total of possibly up to 100,000 German soldiers. By that point, these two large German formations had lost the initiative in Normandy and were now finding themselves in a critical situation. Operation Cobra, launched on the 25th of July 1944, allowed the American First Army to push deep into German-held territory in the south and southeast. A few days after that, Commonwealth forces in the north, who had been held down by the bloody fighting around Caen, broke through the German defenses south of the city and gradually made their way southwards, attempting to link up with the Americans. Beginning from August 16th, German forces in the pocket began their withdrawal eastwards towards the Seine River, with their momentum quickly increasing as the pincers of the pocket around them closed in. Allied artillery and air attacks decimated those who were retreating, and yet despite this, the Germans had an open, albeit dangerous, route open to them. Wishing to destroy as much of the enemy as possible, the Allied commanders made plans and dispatched their units to plug the Falaise gap. In the north, the Canadian 4th Armored Division was given the order of seizing and holding the strategic town of Saint-Lambert-sur-Dive. A few kilometers away, the Polish 1st Armored Division was ordered to secure the high ground known as Mont Ormel, also known as Hill 262. In the south, the U.S. 90th Infantry Division was tasked to move up and link up with its allies in the north, and had to do so by capturing the town of Chambois. At 00:30 hours on the 17th of August 1944, elements of the U.S. 773rd Tank Destroyer Battalion began moving east to Chambois, though before they could do that, they had to take the town of Le Bourg-Saint-Léonard first, situated 5.6 kilometers to the south of Chambois. Past 19:30 hours, they fully took the town, destroying 6 German Panzer IV tanks in the process. U.S. forces suffered 14 casualties, among them 2 killed in action, and 1 M10 tank destroyer, which was taken out by a mine, and also the commander of B Company, 359th Infantry Regiment, 90th Infantry Division, Captain Donald B. Hutchins, who was killed. With Le Bourg-Saint-Léonard and Hill 129 under control, the Americans could now finally begin to move towards Chambois. 2nd Battalion, 359th Infantry Regiment, and 2nd Platoon, Company C, 773rd Tank Destroyer Battalion were given the order of securing the commune. At 1600 hours on the 19th of August 1944, the assault began with the M10s blasting at the fortified houses on the edge of the town. Inside, American forces encircled and overran 8th Company, Panzer Regiment 3, 2nd Panzer Division. The company was unable to head east due to a Polish roadblock at Mont Ormel, preventing it from the axis of retreat towards Vimoutiers. Small arms fire was exchanged with the enemy inside, only for the GIs to quickly realize that the men they were firing at were Polish soldiers from the Polish 1st Armored Division. Past 1800 hours, all combat was quickly stopped as Captain Lawlin Waters of G Company, 2nd Battalion, 359th IR, went out to meet Polish Major Władysław Zgorelski. By 1950 hours, the latter had reported to his superior, General Maciek, that Chambois was in Allied hands, and he and Waters began to make plans for the town's defense as their men shared cigarettes and rations among each other.